No, no, no. Oh, oh, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hello World. Hello World. One day I want to have a contest and see who can say it the longest and the most authentic. So, guys, look out for that. I want to definitely see who can hello outworld me. Well, that didn't come off a little right, did it? Anyway, welcome to another evening of Hello World. Just remember to like, subscribe, and share all of these beautiful channels. And make sure you are um, in the chat. If you are in the chat, you comment. Let us know that, well, let me know. I don't know why I keep on saying let us know, like there's something more or there's more going on, but it's just me right now. So, and of course, you know what? One day I want to have someone as a guest in a location so that we could get this going and have a nice little open dialogue. So definitely hit me up if you're interested in doing that. I might hit you up for that. So definitely send topics to info at btdifferencellc.com. And if you want to call in and chit chat live, it is 201 540 9104. Just know that some of these chats are worth talking about over the phone. So definitely check it out. Um, anyway, as I like to start off, how was your day? I hope it was beautiful. Mine was amazing. Even more so, it was amazing because I went to the gym, I worked out, and the class that I was taking, which is only 30 days. Woo, um, I will only be able to take it for 30 days and then they're going to try to charge me. And at that point, I'll decline. But today, she tried to throw it on. Like everybody else was like tired and complaining. But I was like, come on, guys, let's do this. Let's just do this. Like, you can't let the trainers beat you. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I had a good gym day. And also, it was nice to see some faces, some familiar faces, and it was lovely. So, how was your day? Please comment below. In the meantime, if you would like to support Be the Difference, a sister, if you want encouragement, I do have a book out, and I will be releasing another series of the book very soon. Definitely look out for that. You'll have two different books, and I'm telling you, they're on two different scopes. You'll have two different books to look at and be encouraged and inspired on a daily basis. So if you want to support that, description is below. Definitely support. If you want to shop any clothing, it's all there. Shop my merch. And now that we have that out of the way, today's topic is about hair, the hair on our heads. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody really talking about hair too much as a primary topic. So tell me this, guys. When you were little, was there ever a stigma, if you're a female, was there ever a stigma about cutting your hair too short, or if you're a male, growing your hair too long? I know when I was growing up, if you are a female and you cut your hair, they would think you were like trying to be like a boy. But nowadays, that's actually a fashion statement. There's so many beautiful round heads that look nice with short hair. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a person trying to choose a gender over another. It's just, it fits their face really nicely. For guys, um, for guys, I've seen some guys that have had some nice hair, nice textured hair. It was long and it actually fit them really nice. How long should a guy keep their hair? I don't know because I'm not a guy, so it's really hard. So if you are a male, please chime in. Tell me, what do you think the appropriate length for a man or a male, I'm sorry, for a male to have in order for it to be like, okay, that's not feminine? And also for women, what is an appropriate length for a woman to um, have where they wouldn't be considered a male. Um, Now, I have seen some women who have had bald heads. Now, some of them were bald not by choice, may have been chemo or something like, but they looked beautiful. Like it brought out their features. Maybe they might not have wanted their hair to be bald like that, but they look beautiful anyway. And then there's some people who have alopecia. Alopecia is, if you correct me if I'm wrong, alopecia is where your hair is very thin or does not grow at all. Um, and it's pretty sad for that individual, especially if they are a female. I've actually known one person who has alopecia, and I've never seen their hair ever. They've always had a wig on, so you would never know that they had alopecia. Um, I'm Hey Clem, how are you? Clem says these days it's personal to length of hair. It's very true. It's very true. It is a personal, I guess, gesture if people decide to have long hair or short hair. Um, but me, I don't really care. As long as it looks nice and neat and it complements your features, then who cares? You know? Let it grow. I mean, there are plenty of there are plenty there are plenty of cultures that believe the longer your hair, the more prestigious you are. So it could go either way. Like the US culture is one way, the European culture may be another way, then the Asian culture may be another way as well. So, like, once we throw all of those mixes in, then it can get a little jaded or a little, um, I guess, a little, not questionable, but it could get a little different. Let's leave it at that. It can get a little different as to, how somebody or why somebody chooses to grow their hair. Now, I've seen some people who have let their hair grow out of religious reasons. Um, I was out watching this documentary. It was by Chris Rock, and it was something about hair. And he took a trip to India where they actually grow hair on black market, right? So these young girls grow their hair for years and years and years, like these beautiful silky long hair, right? And then they all go to a factory at the maturity date and they shave off their hair. And they shave it off into big bundles, pay them pennies on. Actually, they don't even pay them. They shave their head off and then they go to the temple and worship. And then what they do with that hair is they turn it into weaves that women all over the world use and wear. And those women sacrifice the beauty of their hair so that someone can profit and others can feel like they look amazing or good. Isn't that crazy how that works? And for them, their sacrifice is for whatever they worship. Isn't that crazy? Here you have people making millions of dollars off of bundles of hair from real humans, and the people who gave the hair aren't making much or anything at all. And even in that documentary, I heard that um, the young girls would have to like be watchful at the window because someone would go into their house or by the window and cut their hair with a scissor and run off with it. That's how valuable hair is in parts of India. And yet we bundle ours here or wherever people bundle their hair and use it for 2, 3 weeks and then throw it away, discard it. Isn't that crazy? And then how about the people who really wish they could grow their hair, but there's nothing there? You have hair club for men, for women. You have, young kids who are surviving chemo, and, people are donating their hair to their cause, which is a beautiful thing because some young children, just to have a gift of hair on their head, it kind of takes away the reality of what they're physically going through at that moment. So for people who donate hair, that's amazing, that's amazing in itself. So like Clem said, there's so many personal reasons as to why people decide to do what they do. And there's nothing wrong with that. What is the length of someone's hair have to do with your life? Like, making or breaking your life or causing pain or harm to your life, unless somebody's trying to steal it from you, right? Like the people in India, the women in India, that could be a problem. And then we have other cultures where the men grow their facial hair and as long as possible. And the length of their beard is like the length of their wisdom. I may be wrong with that, but that's what I believe I heard down the grapevine. So, when you see a man that has really, really, really long beard, that's like a lot of wisdom, you know? How do you guys feel about people who color their hair or dye it different colors? I think it's cool. Comment, guys, comment and see. Let me know. And again, thank you all for who are in the chat. I appreciate your time spending with me and chiming in on the chat whenever you can, or just watching, which is fine. Today we're talking about hair, and in the meantime, don't forget to click that subscribe button and turn on that beautiful notification bell, just so when I come on, you know. So anyway, um, dyeing your hair. Now, there's a few different steps to dyeing hair. And one, I don't really agree with too much because it's harmful. So basically, here's what happens when a woman of color dyes their hair to blonde. This is the process that they go through. So they're putting a bleaching method that strips the color and the healthiness of the hair, right? They strip all of that out until it turns white. And then they insert whatever color that they're trying to do. And this is usually like a bright color. Like, say, if you want to go from black or dark brown to red, s- you know, bleach out all of those hair follicles or whatever. And then you put the red dye in and then let them sit underneath either a dryer or just sit in the open air with a cap on for like 45 minutes. That's a very long process. And then by the time the hair is done, after the first wash, it's like fried. You kill your hair. It's so hard and brittle. Like the hair texture shouldn't be hard and brittle. It should be nice and soft. um, I dye my hair every so often, but it's a rinse, not a true bleach out and dye. So the rinses usually last, I would say you can see a little bit of maybe brunette or something like that, or whatever color that is. You see a little bit of that, but I cut my hair sometimes, but I don't think my beautician wants me to keep cutting my hair. So she, a lot of times what she'll do is right after she washes my hair, she'll like comb it out a little bit and then twist it so that it appears that it's short. But really it's long. Like this, if you were to blow my hair out, it probably would be down to here, literally. So it's long. The only thing that's short is the back. It's shaved off. She did that and I just stuck with it. So anyway, yes. She asked me the other day, like, if I was ready to do another color. And I'm like, yeah, I will. So guys, comment below on what color you think I should wear or get. Trust me, it's not going to be any blue or purple or pink, anything. Anything that has to strip my hair follicle is not going to happen. So think of a color that you think will look cool on my head and let me know. And I'll do that. So yes, tell your friends, think of a color for Joy to wear next as she dyes her hair. And I will pick that color, whatever color you pick, or whoever comments first, I will do that color. Again, the disclaimer is I am not stripping my hair to make it a light color. So that's the deal. Okay. So yes, it's dyed a little bit. You see like the little brown and the darkness, right? There you go. Thankfully, my hair is still good. I told after the gym today, I told the trainer, I was like, look, you sweated my hair out. So I have to keep this for Saturday. So I was like, I'm not coming to the gym anymore for the rest of the week. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Um, but yes, hair guys, what do you think about dreads? I mean, to me, dreads don't bother me. I think it's just hair that just grows and it's not combed, but you still wash it. That's also like a sacred part of a sacred religion. I mean, I don't know if it's a religion or what you want to call it, but it's part of their sacred ritual to grow their hair without combing it through and just let the hair grow however. Those are dreads. Those are true dreads. And I've seen some people who have gone from dreads to natural hair. So, like, they would take a long process and comb out their hair, like little by little, comb out their hair. And I don't, I think the person that I saw that the hair wasn't damaged, but it was very long. And they did cut it, cut off some of it, but it was very long. So that was very interesting to see. Do I like dreads? I think they're okay. It doesn't bother me. I can imagine the longer your dreads, like the more your hair is probably heavy. If it's well kept and manicured, I think people have some beautiful dreads. If it's not well kept and manicured, meaning don't wash or hasn't been washed in a while, then that's not a good thing. That's not part of having good hygiene. So we should also be careful about that. Um, what other things are cool? What do you guys think about the new trend where people are shaving the side of their hair and then doing cool little designs? I think that's cool. I don't see anything wrong with having a shaved side, and I wouldn't personally choose to do that because I like my hair to be uniform. So if one side is very, very short, then I'm either going to want it to stay very, very short or have a conniption while it's growing back because I know when it grows back, it's going to be like a little kinky and it's not straight. And I don't know, I have a hard time with, going from long to short and then trying to let it grow back again. I just don't like that in between process. So that's why I would never choose to do the side. So I'll have her twist it up to make it appear like it's shaved, but I wouldn't choose that route. And the fact that you see that my hair is twisted should tell you alone. You see how it's twisted? That should tell you alone that it's pretty long. You see that? Look at how long, how far up it's twisted. So yeah, my hair is pretty, pretty, pretty long. Um, how about you guys? What would you do if your hair started falling out? I don't know, maybe due to age or just maybe you're stressing. A lot of times when your hair falls out, it's because of stress. I remember a few years ago, I was getting my hair done, and my beautician was like, Joy, what's wrong? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you have a bald spot right in the back of your head. And she's like, you're stressing. And I felt it. I was like, oh my goodness. Like I literally had a patch of baldness in my hair. It grew back eventually because I said, okay, I will not be stressing anymore. From that day forward, I didn't allow things to affect me because stress, guys, it affects you internally. And when that affects you internally, then, you have bald spots, then you have inside, like inside your body, will start having problems. Your nails will start to break and be brittle. They won't be healthy anymore. You might even lose some vision. You never know. These are all things that you have to be thinking about when you allow things to stress you out. So definitely relate your your moment of how you're feeling with your hair because it all relates too. I mean, again, use me as an example. When I had that patch, that bald patch, soon as she recognized, because I didn't even know I had a bald patch because I don't do my hair. I just let my beautician do my hair, and that's it. But when she told me that the bald spot was because of stress, that was it. Imagine what else was getting destroyed from that, you know? So just think about your stress levels and how much stress you allow yourself to have. Um, if you become stressed about anything, talk to someone who is trusted that you know won't judge you and won't tell your business. Those are the two primary and most important things. Get it out. Don't let that fester inside. You get stomach ulcers. You'll get all types of diseases that you don't need or want because we're trying to live a balanced, full, happy life, right? Yes. Yes. Um, so if my hair started falling out, I actually never thought about that. What would I do? Um, I mean, I do want to have some type of hair, but if it were to fall out completely, I guess I would be bald. I don't know. Or maybe I would go to wigs. I have no idea. Hopefully, I'll never have to wonder. Or hopefully, that will never become a reality for me because I don't know I wouldn't know what angle to handle that in. So, yeah. Um, how would you guys feel if you started losing hair? How would that make you feel? Would you run and try all of the traditional and non-traditional methods of trying to regrow your hair? I mean, maybe I would try that just to see. Maybe. What other fun things would you guys do with your hair besides coloring and how about people who have straight hair who want it to be curly? So, for people who have naturally straight hair and want it to be curly, they get perms. And the perms will help or a texturizer. Those things will help the hair get curly. And for other people, they want their hair from kinky or curly to straight. So what they'll do, they'll perm it as well to make it straight. I used to have a perm. And then when I started realizing that every time I had a perm, I would get a headache or imagining if the perm is straightening my hair, right? And I'm sure at some point in time, that same perm is hitting my scalp. And we all have live pores in our skin. Imagine that lye going into my skin, which is enclosed in my scalp, which is then seeping into my brain. No, 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 no. That is the true reason as to why I stopped perming my hair because I did not want that chemical to imbalance me anymore. I decided that I wanted to be as healthy as possible, even down to how I get my hair done or how my hair is done. So I try to stay natural most of the time. Now, dyeing my hair is not natural, you're right, but it's just for fun. And it's once a year, if that. So just think about it, guys. The things that we put in our hair, even shampoos, have a lot of chemicals in them. They have preservatives, they have lyes, dyes, all this other stuff. So we have to be careful. You can go to more an alternate route where, you can use castor oil or you can use coconut oil to wash your hair. You can use all these natural things if you have access to it. And if you're willing to do it, you could definitely do it. There's nothing stopping any one of us from using natural sourced uh, products to maintain our hair. Would you do it? Would you go the extra mile and do it? That's up to you. Um, but yeah, guys, I love hair. I love hair. Now, how about body hair? How do you guys feel about body hair? Is there a point where there's too much body hair where you would have to shave it and or wax it or whatever the case may be? Have you ever felt, if you are a person that has a lot of body hair, have you ever felt that you needed to get rid of it for yourself or because of society? What made you want to get that idea of, let me get rid of this hair? Think about it. Sometimes we allow pressure of society to, lead us to do certain things with our hair, you know? So don't allow pressure or society to, you know, make that assumption for you in your life. Not at all. Don't allow it. How long, when if you go to get your hair done, how long do you anticipate being in a salon or a barbershop, and or like how long is enough for you? For me, when I get to the shop, I'm in and out within an hour, but then I linger because there's a good movie on or there's people there and we just get to chatting away. So I like going to the salon, once or twice a month just to hang out. I had to cut my hanging out a little bit because, I come on, hello world. And I like to be with you guys because you guys bring life to me. And I enjoy everybody who, is watching, who will be watching, those who chat with me, those who call in. Like this is life. This is life breathing into me. And you guys are like a good part of my life now. I think about, man, I need to give a topic today. Like, what's going to be interesting to talk about? And I think, why not here? We don't really talk about fun, cool things all the time. Sometimes, we have a lot of serious things going on and everything, but this is cool, right? If you're a female and you have facial hair, do you wax it or do you allow it to grow? Me, I don't, thankfully, I'm not a hairy person, so I never had to worry about waxing or any of that nature. But if I were a hairy person, I would be waxing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would be waxing because I don't want to have a mustache. I'm a female. So no. I would get rid of that in a quickness. Hair, guys. How about hair? What do you think about hair? Would you Would you ever just let your hair grow for maybe 5 or 6 years straight without cutting it? Maybe just doing a natural trim just because it needs to be cared for that way. But just, how about that? We'll do a challenge, a 5 year challenge. Don't cut your hair for 5 years. If you are down with the challenge, comment below and we'll start this challenge today, April 20, no, no, April 8th, 2019 to April 24th. Oh, sorry, April 8th, 2024. Who's down for that challenge? Just to grow your hair without allowing any scissor or anything outside of a scissor to keep it trimmed so it doesn't split for your hair for 5 years. I dare you. It's a good challenge. Let's do it. I'd like to see a before and after picture as well. Just so we can track that and see what happens, right? I think that'd be amazing. So hair, guys. Talk to me. So what do you guys think about, let's see. What do you guys think about beards that have like the rubber bands on the side? I mean, I can imagine for a man to grow a beard, or let's say a human being to grow a beard, just to keep it combed out and everything, that's got to be a little difficult, right? What do you think? I don't have these issues. I don't have these types of things in my life because hair doesn't grow on my face like that. So, this is definitely a topic for you guys who may have facial hair. Um, do you think that having your hair a certain way can prevent you from having a job? Or would you cut your hair just because of a job interview and then let it grow out? Tell me, what would you do just in order to get a job? What would you do with your hair? I mean, depending on the job, I guess, you would care for your hair, right? A certain way. But I think you should keep your hair how you feel. If this is how your hair is going to be while you're at work, then let it show up at the interview. If they judge you by your hair, then maybe you don't want to work with that company. I mean, they'll never tell you that, but it's not good for you because they're already judging you instead of looking at your talent. So wear your hair how you would like to wear it, whatever. I say If you're going to wear your hair however you want, at least keep it in decency and in order. Like, maintained. Don't just let it grow out weird and crazy and not maintain it. Maintaining, in my opinion, is keeping it washed so it doesn't smell bad. Um, keeping your scalp clean so that it has room for your scalp to breathe, and it makes you healthy. If you clog up your scalp, you may get acne too. Think about it, guys. Everything is related, and from your head all the way down to your toes. Everything is related. So care for your hair, no matter what, no matter how long or short it is. Care for your hair. Anyway, guys, it was cool chatting with you tonight. If you have any additional comments or suggestions, hit the comment section below. It was great talking to you. Make sure you are subscribed and the channel is got the notification bell on so you know whenever we come on, whenever I come on. You never know. I may have somebody physically at a location one day. You have to tune in to see. But in any event, it was great talking to you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hello World. I love you guys. I thank you for spending a little bit of time in your life with me. It's appreciated. I am happy. I hope that our topics are enjoyable. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your day. Whatever you do, make it great. And remember, you are amazing no matter what.